I got onto Facebook Marketplace and someone in the community posted that there was an estate sale this morning at this house that I have been wanting to go inside for probably like 3 years. They had a mini garage sale a few years ago, and they had mentioned that like the house was full of antiques, like old Italian furniture and rugs, and you know, like I'm all those are my magical words. So anyhow, the gentleman was saying that they were going to have like a sale at some point. So for the last 3 years, I've been like keeping my eye out for neighborhood signs and whatnot, but this sale is inside of one of the largest historical homes here in the neighborhood. And so anyways, you can just imagine my delight when I saw the advertisement for this. So I bombed out of the house really quickly, and that's why I didn't really film prior to this, but I did get some footage inside of the house so that you could see what it kind of looked like too. But it's really hard, I gotta tell you, it's really hard filming at sales when I go to these, because I want to look at all the things. It's hard to like slow down and get my camera out. And my mom, she's been sick for a couple weeks here, so she didn't get to go with me to this sale. So she's actually really bummed out. But I did show her pictures and stuff when I got back of the sale and stuff. But I want to show you how neat it is as well. So this house, I think it's a 3-story house. Yeah, like 3-story, maybe it has a basement too. I don't know, I didn't get to go in there. But the inside of the house, only certain rooms were open. So that was kind of a bummer, because of course, like, you know, you want to look where you're not supposed to. But all of the furniture in there was massive. And I would say it was probably like very fairly priced. Big, beautiful, solid wood pieces. That very front room, I think that must have been like the formal sitting room. I would say that probably, yeah, I bet you that was the formal sitting room. That room had 2 single beds in it that were matching, and they're really beautiful. And I think it has a big armoire in there as well. There was some old bedding, lots of old linens at this sale, lots of antique clothing. I want to say probably like very early 1900s, not stuff that was wearable. So I kind of bypassed that stuff. And then upstairs, there was more giant furniture, beautiful, beautiful queen size bed, and this massive armoire. The armoire was incredible. And the vanity, I love vanities with that really beautiful, like dropped mirror like that, where you can see your full outfit, see your full dress and your shoes and stuff. I thought that was so beautiful. And the little bedside commodes, the whole thing was amazing. And I guarantee you, like, these people wanted to just get rid of stuff. So if you were a serious buyer, you could come in and say, hey, I'll buy all your furniture for X amount of dollars, you know, and just take it all. But you need the house for it. These are giant pieces. You gotta have tall ceilings and big rooms for these things. The things that I got are so pretty. You're gonna see which is my favorite, but I got this bag of goodies with breakable things in it. And then I also got some garden things. You know, I love to look out for garden things. I'm gonna show you those outside in a bit, but I wanna show you like the home decor pieces that I got first. Okay, I have to wake up. I didn't even have my morning coffee this morning because I was like so ready to get out there to the treasures. I did not wanna miss out on this because I've been waiting so long for this sale. So, you know, my mom and I have been working out. She's doing her aqua exercise. I kind of quit doing that since the winter months. It's hard to get in the swimming pool and stuff, but I have been regularly going to the gym. I'm feeling so much stronger. I feel like I have a lot more energy. This stuff is so good. So this is for wellness, called the Good Stuff, but these are really great for mental clarity, and they give you just kind of like that energy boost throughout the day without the crash, which is so nice. You know, sometimes you drink a coffee and I don't know, I want to say it's probably like that 2 p.m. mark when you start to kind of wind down and feel a bit slumpy. But this stuff I just been adding into my coffee in the morning, and it tastes really good because it has a little bit of cinnamon in it too, and I love that kind of like warm spiciness to my coffee. But it also has collagen in it, And you know, for women, it's really good for like your joints and your skin. Some of the ingredients in here are actually like research backed to help out inflammation. And that's something I've been talking with my mom about, especially like working out in general and just maintaining good like muscle health, all day energy, and just like overall clarity. You know, I love to get a good discount for you whenever I can. So if you follow the link down in my description box and use my code, new subscribers even get a free welcome gift. So that's pretty cool. Oh my gosh, did I get all the things? Yeah, I got all the things out. I'm trying to be so careful. Like, I think everything in here was glass, but one thing, so I'm doing this with caution. Okay, what do I want to show you first? Oh, I want to show you this beautiful purse that I got. So there were a handful of vintage purses there, and I love them. But this one I thought was really beautiful because it's actually like this really great size that you could put your little cell phone in, and you can put a small wallet in. The colors are just stunning, and it has a nice kind of like clamshell opening that opens all the way up. So like I said, yeah, you could totally put like a small cell phone in here and money actually. So that's pretty nice. I also like the long strap on it too. It's not just like a little clutch size. It's actually one that you could put over your shoulder. So I just thought this is beautiful. And the beading looks like it's in perfect condition. I don't see any loose beads on this. Okay, this is so delicate. I was very, very careful with this one. So I remember back when I worked at the antique mall, seeing this name, this brand, this designer over and over again. These pieces are extremely fragile because they're really, really thin. It's like that old like bone china porcelain stuff. It's Belique. I bet you, those of you that are collectors like already recognize this, but this is like the prettiest little seashell dish. I don't know if you can tell with me holding it up, but it has really beautiful coral down at the bottom of each one of these clamshells. And it's the most like pretty, softest, like romantic shade of a pastel pink down at the bottom. What kind of dish is this? Is this a nut dish? Is that what that's called? Or is this kind of just is this like a plant? It's not a planter. You probably wouldn't want to put dirt in something this nice. I bet you this is like a nut dish. What do you think this is? The shape is just so unique how it's curved like this. Maybe, I wonder if there were multiple ones of these at one point that maybe like curved around a bowl or like a serving dish. That would make more sense. I think I'm onto something. Okay, I don't know how many I got of these. I think, gosh, maybe I got a dozen, and I wrapped them very carefully. I did. But these are sweet little chalkware lusterware, which means it has a beautiful pearlized finish. Napkin rings, and I just thought these were so adorable. They have these little owls perched on them. Like, how fun for a garden themed party. You could use these in the springtime outside in your little garden patio table, or like in the winter and fall months. These would be beautiful, like for a Thanksgiving table or like a harvest table with the owls. I just thought they were so neat. I'd never seen any like this, and I love that the napkin rings are flat on the bottoms like that, so they sit nicely upright. It'd be a beautiful little thing to add like on top of your place setting, on top of the plates themselves, because of the way that they would sit up like this. I just think they're really, really beautiful. I've never seen anything like this. I bet you they're probably handmade, just looking at the bottoms of them and seeing how the glazing is done. There aren't any stamps or any like maker's marks on them at all. But my guess being that they're kind of like this weird chalky type material, I bet they're probably like from the 20s or 30s. They're quite old, and so is everything else in that house. Okay, I was very, very, very careful with these because these were my favorite finds wrapped in this bubble wrap here. So I want to tell you a tip because I've gone into enough of these sales to know some of these tricks. I don't want to share one with you, but one of them, as you know, is don't forget the garage and the garden sheds, things like that. If people have that available for you to shop, I found some of the best stuff tucked away in garages, garden sheds, architectural pieces, beautiful old chandeliers, even some really amazing furniture that's kind of been stashed away for years. So don't forget those. And also don't forget to actually look on the walls themselves. I feel like people, when you go to these sales, like they're very focused on what's on the table in front of them and stuff, and it often gets overlooked, things that are just literally hanging on the walls. So there was actually like really great paintings. I don't say I don't need any. Well, I don't need any, but none spoke to me at this sale. I will say that. So there were paintings, there were oil paintings. I didn't see a mirror. That is something I'm still looking for, the chinoiserie, very much on the thrift wish list, hoping to find this year. Venetian sconces. Oh my gosh. I about lost my mind for these things. And it looks like, well, that one got snipped off, but the backs of them, like they're still wired, like to be hardwired. So she had candles poked in here and like some faux flowers and stuff, which looked really pretty. But I mean, these are already wired up. Honestly, if it were me though, I'd probably get them rewired just to be safe. Like I don't want to burn my house down, and I don't want you to either. But maybe like those battery operated candles, you know, I'm always talking about those on my channel. I just think that after I clean these up, I'm gonna have to hand clean these, which, oh, I got the coolest thing. Hold on. Oh my gosh, so these are not for walking. I went to a local estate sale a couple weeks ago and I got 2 of these gloves, and these are for, they kind of look like the Cookie Monster, don't they? These are for cleaning chandeliers and light fixtures because they're all fuzzy wuzzy. So you could put like a little bit of glass cleaner on there and you just rub the crystals around. I'm one of those weirdos, I have to tell you, like when I clean my light fixtures, I want to say once a year. Probably not as often as I should, but I actually really like doing it. It takes a long time to clean all these crystal-y things that are hanging. So I would usually do that with like a washcloth and some window cleaner. But someone told me about these gloves, and then I got them for $1 at a estate sale. So it was the bargain of the century. But I'll probably do something like that with these, because like look how they're very dusty. But I love Venetian glass pieces because look at how this is done. So all of these, see how they're curved? This is all blown glass. Beautiful. And then these little flowers, that's how you can tell like the neat old Venetian pieces. These beautiful little floret flowers are all hand wired onto them. And I just think it's stunning. You know, the light's gonna reflect in this really pretty mirror. I mean, they're filthy. I don't know if it's really coming across on camera for you, but the crystals are not sparkling. They are fuzzy with giant dust bunnies and dirt and spider webs, but they look to be in perfect condition. They've probably been hanging there the last 100 years. I want to show you this that I got. I just got this one thing at a local antique mall, so I didn't film when I went in there, but you know, I'm already thinking about like all the garden things right now. But this I'm gonna put up on the balcony because I have a small one of those little like spiral retractable hoses, and it's always just laying on the balcony like flopped out. It's not pretty. I need to like beautify that space up there this spring. But I saw this hose holder. It's like a really neat iron one, and you know how much I love frogs. So I wanted to kind of add in more like sagey green accents. I just think that'll look really pretty with the house colors and stuff. So I want to do something like that up on the balcony this spring with some different plants and maybe different colored pillows. So I got this for the hose for $20 at an antique mall. And then this whole trio of the iron plant pot holders. Like look at this one, it's so pretty. Has these giant scrolled feet on it. And this one, I can actually put a little plate in here. So you know me, I'm gonna go to another estate sale and probably find a little plate here for like $1 and put it in here to catch all the drips and stuff. But I don't know if I wanna keep them black like this. Do you think I should do that? I just don't have a lot of iron work around the house. Everything's like painted in light colors. So I was kind of thinking I might do is spray paint this the same color of the frog hose holder, just to kind of add little pops of green touches on the balcony up there. That way everything kind of coordinates, even though it's mix matched, you know, it'll still kind of look like it goes together. What do you think? Leave it black or spray paint it? Or maybe, do I want to do green? Do I want to do blue? I don't know, can't decide. Oh, I almost forgot this vase too. So this I think is very old. I don't know what this is called, but it feels great. So I think it's a satin glass because it has this really beautiful like matte type finish to it, and it feels like silky smooth to touch it. But I don't know, I tried doing like Google search on this and try and figure out what it is. It's a blown glass, like I can see bubbles in it, and the way, see the bottom of this piece? Like it's a hand blown piece, but it's very old. I've seen these at antique malls before, and I need to bop around a little bit to see if I can find some kind of name to identify this glassware. I've told you before, like Glassware it's not my area of expertise. I've been around it at the antique malls and stuff, but I'm not always paying attention to what things are called. But this one, I've just never seen anything like it. But I thought the ombre type look was really beautiful, and it's got these really cool polka dots on it, so it's kind of fun. All right, I'm gonna get to cleaning up all my goodies here. This was a small haul, and that house was really fun. I'm glad that I finally got to go inside after all these years, and I'm glad I was able to take you with me in there as well. It's fun kind of snooping around and seeing what's in other people's homes, isn't it? Please don't forget to visit my website, thevintagebombshell.com. There are a ton of new goodies on there. I try and update that weekly for you with fresh new vintage finds. And please don't forget to subscribe for more home decorating and thrifting videos, and I'll see you in the next one.